Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Matt Doolittle in for Mitch English, here on Daily Flash.
Mitch, if for those of you that don't know, he is the co-host of a nationally syndicated radio show called Broadway and Friends, and he is in Nashville right now for the Country Music Awards. And the show was nominated and named 2022's Academy of Country Music National Radio Personalities of the year.
Wow.
So that is
Nice.
huge stuff. Big deal. He's on Radio Row. That's, that main row where they get to talk to all the celebrities and the artists, as they come to the award show or as they're heading into the big night. So,
And I've never gotten to go to Nashville, so I'm sure he's enjoying it. And he loves going out there for that. That's kind of his thing. And anytime anybody on the show mentions country artists, his ears perk up.
Yes.
It's like me with Disney.
Yes.
And speaking of that, this last weekend, Andrea and I were out at the Swan and Dolphin Food and Wine Classic out at Walt Disney World's Swan and Dolphin Resort, and it's a great experience. It's all included. It's not one of these food festivals where you pay to get in, then you got to pay to go to each booth,
was so
and
nice.
you got to pay for the alcohol. No, it's one price and have at it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, if you're a beer and wine lover, this is the place to go. They had a few cocktail places, and then there was a lot of champagne and sparkling wines, which was great. They had one area for Paso Robles, California, where it was just decked out in this beautiful garden kind of scene. It was amazing.
Live music all over the place. And each year they have a beneficiary that they provide money to.
Yeah.
This year it was the Wounded Warrior Project, which does great stuff for our veterans by helping them get back on their feet after, they've been injured as one of our warriors overseas. And this year they were able to donate $13,000 to them. So that's going to go to help them a lot. And I got to meet one of the warriors a couple weeks ago. And the stuff he was saying about what Wounded Warrior did for him helped him, even just being at his bedside with a milkshake and hey, buddy, we'll get you going again.
Right, we're here for you.
It helps them so much.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite food?
Yeah, they had these scallops. I wish I would have gotten the restaurant, but it was over at, beer and wine was flowing.
Of course.
It was over in they had this Florida section. They had that with the cooked oysters. And I mean, it was just, you just walk around and grab everything. And that was the nice part. You could go back.
Yes.
Because sometimes at these food festivals, you pay to get in, then you got to pay $10 for each little thing. And sometimes it's not even a portion, it is a morsel.
Yes.
And you're like, no, I just paid $10 and it's just thing. So
the only challenge we had was balancing a beverage in one hand and the food in the other, and then trying to find a table to
do the thing. But then you know, I've never worked in a restaurant, but all of a sudden you figure out, look, I can do this. How about that?
It's easy. You figure it out really quick.
My wife used to work at one of the chain restaurants, so she's loading them up on her arm and perfectly balancing it and everything.
Beautiful.
But if you want to check it out next year, it's always about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Head to foodandwineclassic.com for next year's event.
Dolphin.
Yeah, Swan and Dolphin. It'll be the 16th year next year.
And it's only 2 nights a year.
It's only 2 nights, and it's a little pricey, but
it's worth
it.
it.
It's worth it. And when you think about it, if you were going to say one of the theme parks, we won't say which one. It happens to be next door to Swan and Dolphin. You're paying $120 to get in, then you're paying $10 to go around anyway. So it kind of works out. It's what's also great is Swan and Dolphin is getting a $250 million renovation that should be in progress by next year, and the year after the whole place is supposed to be redone.
See, because it was designed by Michael Graves, which is a really popular architect, so I wonder if they'll continue to keep with that design or if they're going to change it up a little bit.
As long as they don't change the smell of the lobby. There is something about the water.
Right.
There is something about the smell of that place that is just like, oh, this is nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those hotels you forget that it's part of Disney because it's so unique in and of itself.
Yeah. And it's a Marriott, so if you got Marriott points, you can use it. It's one of the only hotels that are within like the Disney area that's not owned by Disney, but it's part of it.
Did you have any other desserts?
I did. I had the big chocolate thing. Yeah, I was digging it. I mean, I didn't eat all day. We just went out there and we worked out in the morning, so we were all nice and hungry, and we just went ham on it. It was great.
Stay with us. We're back right after this.